Hello, everyone. Welcome to the new episode of Empowering Voices. Today, I'm wearing my t-shirt Thrive, and I have a special guest, Louise, who will now tell us about her business and how the Thrive can apply to it. Hello, Louise. Welcome. We are very honored and happy to have you here.
Hi, Mara. No, it's lovely to be here. Thank you for inviting me on. So I am the founder and editor of the Homeworker magazine, and Thrive is a really apt word for me to talk about, actually, because the magazine itself and all our resources are for people who work from home. And one of the things that we're quite passionate about is helping people thrive when they work from home, rather than just existing and letting it happen. And for me, thriving is all about sort of living your, to use the cliche, that you're your best life in a way. Yeah. But it's more than, it's using everything that you have and making the best of what you have and developing and nurturing yourself. When I think of the word thrive, I often think of, they talk about thriving babies, and a thriving baby is someone who's well fed and nurtured and cared for. And I think that is what we need to remember to do ourselves as adults as well. And so the Homeworker, when I talk about working from home, I very much look at this in a very holistic way. So not just about your business and your productivity, which is a key component, and again something that we want to help you thrive in your business, but also your general well-being, so your self-care and your mindset, your workspace. So making all of those components, making sure that you look after them and put them all together to help you thrive in that sort of work from home situation.
Yeah, because it can be quite easy. I mean, you've been working from home for a long time. I am as well. And nowadays, I mean, it's never more on point than now, actually. And it's easy sometimes to lose motivation, focus, and the productivity goes down. So as you say, I mean, if you don't look after yourself as a person first, how can you thrive in your business? Totally agree. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
And the space, you mentioned the space. The space is so important. It doesn't matter if you have a huge space but it's a space where you need to feel comfortable, definitely. And, to find your happy place, definitely.
It really is. And, not everybody has their own home office. So I have just moved house, so my office space is not even ready yet. My husband works from home as well now, and he's in the room where I would normally do this meeting. So
the same in this house.
Right. So I've come into my living room to do this meeting, which is not where I would normally work. But I think being adaptable is such a key thing.
Yeah.
But you're right. We don't all have big spaces, so it's making the most of the space you have, but really, creating that space in making it somewhere that you want to work and that it's a joy to work in, and making the most of the fact that you can customize it and adapt it and make it something
even
that
if it's your kitchen table, right? Because
exactly
from the beginning of lockdown, my husband took my studio and I'm back to my kitchen table. So
exactly. And we can all do little things even from the kitchen table, thinking about what we have around us that will just trigger good emotions.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I'd like to know from you, what is your motto, the one that you can apply to your work, to your personal life, and that keeps you going?
So one of the sort of mottos, I suppose, that we use at the Homeworker, there are kind of two. I mean, one is a healthy mind, body, and business. Because as we've touched on, I think all of those have to work together in order for us to thrive in all those aspects, and it's important that we look after ourselves mentally, physically, emotionally, so that we can really do the best and live the best way that we can. And then I also talk about, when it comes to working from home, sort of helping people achieve a happier, healthier, and more productive work from home lifestyle. So they're kind of very much linked there. But again, it's all about taking care of the whole rather than just one element, because I always find if one thing is slightly out of sync or not working quite well, other areas tend to have to overcompensate and or put stress in certain other areas, and things just don't always work brilliantly, and that leads to burnout ultimately, or poor health in other ways.
Or failure, and then frustration. I mean, all the negatives that you can imagine.
All the negatives.
So we have to train ourselves exactly to go towards the other end, the positive one, definitely. So I really invite everyone to read below in the post and in my bio all the information about the Homeworker magazine. Necessary in this moment. Is actually a big support. It's open your mind on the resources and ways to balance a professional and personal life when working from home. Okay, thank you very much, Louise. We are very happy to have had this conversation, and bye everyone, and see you next week.
Bye.